That leadership position is reinforced with a unique organizational design that encourages high levels of collaboration between their interrelated businesses. By capitalizing on those synergies and effectively managing their other competitive advantages, Harley-Davidson's leadership position will be ensured for years to come. And Clyde Fessler, Vice President of Harley-Davidson's Business Development, was and is an integral part of creating and continuing that leadership position. Clyde Fessler's presentation addresses reinventing the business with specifics on building a brand,
Thank you for this opportunity to bring you the Harley-Davidson turnaround story. It's a turnaround story of a small company from the Rust Belt of mid-America on the verge of bankruptcy. In fact, we even had the press releases written. And how we competed against internationally known companies like Honda, Kawasaki, and Suzuki. Well, first of all, we had established a brand identity. And we did that through literally looking at the strengths and weaknesses of the other brands. And when you look at Harley-Davidson, you ask, what is the Harley-Davidson motorcycle? What is your brand? And why do you really want to have a brand? A product can be imitated, but a brand cannot. And simply, what is a brand? Well, it's what you are and who you sell your products to, and what they expect out of your product. Harley-Davidson builds big, beautiful American motorcycles for motor enthusiasts who want their motorcycles and their products to be symbols of strength, freedom, individuality, and Americana, and also want to participate and share in the Harley-Davidson heritage, tradition, and mystique.
Developing a strategy.
How are you going to compete against these giants with the mega dollars, with global vistas of how they really want to distribute product? And they're not only multinational, they're global. And they could take a concept from, a mind, a thought in their mind of a new product and bring it to reality as far as being a new motorcycle 18 months later. So what we decided to do is be the alternative of those people. Let's not compete head-on with these Japanese giants. Let's go left when they turn right, and let's apply that strategy of turning left when they turn right to the 4 basic P's of marketing. And everybody knows what those P's are. It's product, it's price, it's promotion, it's place. Marketing 101. Now, how can you apply that strategy I just talked about to each of those places in a clever way where it's going to have some impressions on potential customers out there? Impressions is an advertising term that they use to register how many people know your company's name when you run an ad. Well, the formula is impressions equals frequency times impact.
Analyzing the competition.
Quality, quality, quality. And what we did in order to get that is we sent a group of 16 people to Japan in the early 1980s to study how they manufactured motorcycles. Today, they call it benchmarking. Back then, it was industrial spying. But back in the early 1980s, we took a small group of advertising people and marketing people. We headed up to Minneapolis, and we went to a small conference room for about 5 days of really in-depth knowledge, and we analyzed the strengths and weaknesses not only of Harley, but of Honda and Kawasaki and Suzuki and Yamaha. I mean, back then it was called rolling up your sleeves and knowing your stuff. Today I think they call it SWOT analysis or something like that.
Value migration.
So we looked back into the old archives and we found out that we had been selling clothing and all kinds of accessories to our riders since 1914. And the thought came to us, if we're in the motorcycle business, why can't we be in the motor clothes business? So we manufacture a complete line of clothing that is functional and fashionable for all age groups. You look through our catalog, you'll find people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s.
Impactful advertising.
Would you sell an unreliable